What's going on, family? This is episode 80 of the Pharaohs Podcast. I'm your host, Solomon, and I'm joined, as always, by Mr. What's Good himself, Israel.
What's good?
What's good? What's going on, bro? How you feeling on this Monday?
Man, feeling pretty good. Breezy day, easy day, nice and smooth. Got a workout in, and now I'm at the crib after a hard days of work the body. And hey, now we on the podcast. How you been?
Man, I'm feeling pretty good today. Earlier, episode 3 of Mondays with Makita. It
Oh
was
snap!
live. It was busting. We was on TikTok. Um, And yeah, I had a good time. We had a discussion today about relationships and stuff like that. So that was a good topic.
That's what's up.
Uh right off the top, family, just before we get into how weekends was, if you want to make sure that you don't miss an episode of Mondays with Makita, it's on TikTok every Monday, 4 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. On TikTok. The handle is right there in the description below us. Sugar Bali. So if you go to her page, right on that page, every Monday, 4 p.m. Central Time, which is Chicago time, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, which is Atlanta time, you will see Makita and I chop it up with some of her topics, and I like her topics because her topics is just it be everywhere. We be talking about everything, you know what I'm saying? So Mondays with Makita every Monday on TikTok. All right. All right. So how was your weekend, bro?
Man, it was a busy weekend. Busy, real festive. It be some wild stuff that be happening. I don't be knowing which day sometime, but Friday night was pretty good. Went out with some friends. I think Saturday I was playing Bob the Builder, helping build stuff
Bob the Builder.
for friends. And
Can he fix it?
yeah, I did. And then Sunday, let's see, Sunday I went to a bike blessing. Went to
Bike
a church
blessing.
service. Yeah, they be doing bike blessings like before the season. Some clubs
Mm.
are having. So we went to one.
Mm.
What was that? Started at the church. At the church, the pastor blessed the bikes. Then after that, we rode from McDonough back to Riverdale to the clubhouse. They had some food, so I stayed a little longer. Then from there, went to a bike rally. I went to a bike rally in Noonan. I caught the latter end of it because um I was hanging out at the clubhouse with some of the people, and hey, we ain't seen them in a minute, so yeah, that. But I wanted to go to the rally. I did. Then I saw my auntie and my cousins, and then I came back and made it back to the crib, probably like 10, 11 something, and hey, I was knocked out. It was lights out for me. It was a full day riding on my motorcycle. Yeah, Sunday, Saturday night, and maybe a little bit Friday night. I don't know. But yeah, how was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty good. Friday, I was supposed to do something, but I chilled out back at the crib. Didn't work. Saturday, went to go see this movie called They Will Kill You. Have you heard about it?
Was it good? I heard of it. I seen Scream
Yeah.
7,
Uh-huh.
and then I saw that was up there too. But
Yeah.
how was that? They Will Kill You. Was it good?
Man, it's like a modern day like Dust Till Dawn, Evil Dead slash Kill Bill type of vibe.
I might go see that tomorrow. $6
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Dang, man, maybe I should have waited.
But I don't know. I gotta find a good movie theater to go to, because the one I went to, I don't know if there was that one theater within the theater. It was trash. I was like, yo, what is up with y'all seats? Like, they look horrible. I see why people don't go to the movies,
I usually
because
go either in Morrow or Camp Creek.
I went to the one in Studio Movie Grill in Marietta, and you would think it's Marietta. It should be nice. I used to go there. It was nice before. I don't know what happened in between. I guess people been wearing out the seats. I don't know. But
I
yeah,
ain't
I'm
never
gonna
been to
probably
that
go
one.
out to work tomorrow. I don't know.
Yeah, I ain't never been to that one, but
Yeah,
yeah. So I went and saw that. I give it my official review probably like a 7 out of 10, maybe.
that's what's up.
Because I definitely like the concept of it, the breakdown of it, the action in it. So it was pretty
I might
good,
see
pretty
that
good.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were. Yeah, listen honestly. So most times you have to like have a really good trailer or something to like
Mm.
hook your audience in. But all I saw was like 30 seconds of a commercial, and I was already like, let me see what this is. Like, I didn't even really get a full sign. I literally was looking up what the movie was about while I was sitting there. That's how you know it was all off of impulse of seeing Zaza Beats run across the stream, run across the screen, and the title of They Will Kill You on the commercial that was like, I need to go see that.
Yeah,
It
that's
did his
crazy.
job. It did his job.
As long as he
Um
did his job, that's what matters most.
Yeah, and then Sunday, didn't do much but work. And then Monday, like I said earlier today, I was hanging out on TikTok with the elect Empress Makita. We're doing Mondays with Makita. And
Mondays with Nikita.
man, my Mondays is sold up now, bro. I can't do nothing, but I'm on air. Are we live on the air?
We are live, baby.
Yeah, so that was my weekend. That was my weekend, but you know, I know this has come a quick fan favorite, but sometimes I don't be wanting to play all the time. But this is funny because we gotta ask questions, and one of those questions is it disrespectful?
Mm.
It's some of our fans' favorite. They love saying it. It was like, y'all should put. Do y'all gotta? Is it? Well, guess what? We got two. Is it disrespectful this week? Now, Israel, I don't know if you know this or not, but they had a little verses between Tank and Tyrese over the weekend.
Yeah, I seen it. I actually got a chance to see it. I saw snippets at first, and then I
Mhm.
got to see it. It was real entertaining. It was entertaining.
Entertaining.
It had me going. Yeah,
Well, I want to know if this is entertaining or disrespectful. Okay, I'm
it
gonna
was
just
funny.
I'm just gonna go ahead and just bring up the video, and then we're gonna see, we're gonna discuss amongst ourselves if this what Tank did was either entertaining or disrespectful. Okay. Family, as you know, there's a verses almost, I mean, they stopped like back in what was that? Back in 2020 when it was really hot and we was all at home and COVID and all that stuff was happening. Well, now they didn't brought it back. They did the Cash Money versus the No Limit and all those people, Master P and Birdman and all that stuff. Now we got Tank and Tyrese. So I want everybody to just listen or hear this sound between Tank and Tyrese verses.
Take off that turtleneck. Anytime you feel like take off that turtleneck, you gon' suffocate in this verse. Turtleneck. Suffocating in this verse. Turtleneck. Oh, suffocating in this verse. Turtleneck.
This guy.
So
I say
Israel, was that disrespectful? Or that was just pure entertainment from Tank talking about Tyrese.
disrespectfully entertainment because it had nothing to do with none of his songs, but he made it up. That turtleneck. But yeah, it was disrespectfully entertaining. Comical.
I thought it
There
was
we
pretty
go.
funny. I
Yeah,
thought it was pretty funny. I don't think it's disrespectful at all. I think that was just really playing on the verses. You're supposed to act like, you against that person at that moment on stage, just being competitive at that moment in time of, of the show. So I thought it was pretty funny. I don't think it was disrespectful at all. Now I've
yeah,
been
it
looking for
was.
this video. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, I had fun watching them, and they were funny. They were funny comically. It was like comically entertaining, the whole thing, and the music. All right, cool. And then some of the songs I didn't know they did. I'm like, oh snap, he did this song with Aaliyah. What? And then like, yeah,
Do you think it's cheating? Now we talking about this real quick. Do you think it's cheating if you wrote the song but you didn't perform it yourself? Because I thought that was a little cheating. If it ain't come out your mouth, Tank, I don't
nah,
think you
I
should
don't
be
think
able to
so.
use
It's
it.
so with that, I heard he had vocals in the background, so that it was like that was part of him. But I'm like,
Okay.
if you wrote it, you should play it because then you never know. I'm like, yo, he made this song too. He wrote this for this. And then it got you looking at other artists in a different eye, like, man, so did you write your own stuff or you don't even write your own stuff? But
Yeah, I mean, well, that's publicly widely
yeah,
known about singers. Singers don't always make their own songs. They don't always
yeah,
write
they
their own
don't.
music.
But still, but
Um,
still.
so I have another is it disrespectful, and man, we already talked about Usher and the
Mhm.
cherries and all that stuff. And now we
Huh?
back on Chris Brown again on tour again.
Chris
Like
Brown.
this man just don't ever stop. This man is a menace because he's always doing some wild stuff. First, it was the $1,000 pictures. We talked about that on the podcast before, how he was going around and taking pictures with these different women, that they paid $1,000 for to take any type of picture. And it was wild, all types of wildness going on, right? Okay, now, and I was just trying to find the video. Chris Brown is caught on stage kissing somebody's wife. The husband is in the audience right
Mm.
there. So my question is, Israel, is it disrespectful because that woman, he kissed her twice. He kissed her once, and then he went in again, and she was like, "Come on with it." So is it disrespectful
What
for a
the
wife
man
to
say?
sit at a concert and kiss the performer while her husband is in the audience?
Very disrespectful. Both of them. If he ain't know, I can see, but your husband is in the audience.
Yeah.
You is mad. Like, I can't even kiss you. Like, what? You don't know where his lips been at? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. I seen this video. I said, "Yo, she's wild," because it ain't even like she could have just, went to the side, While as he was going in, she could have whispered, "Oh, my husband's in the audience," you know,
Right,
and
right.
it would have been justifiable, you know what I'm saying? But for her to like kiss him in the mouth twice, like he went back and did it again.
Yeah, that's wild. I ain't even see it.
Yeah,
But
it's a video. Yo, I'm not finna. This is why I'm not paying expensive tickets to go to no concert with my woman. We finna sit in the back because you not finna be picked to go on stage and embarrass me. No, you're not. You're not finna do that. You're not about to do that to me. You're not about to do that to me. And if you do that to me, I'm gonna act up at this concert and we leave as soon as you get off the stage. We gone. You can't
look,
enjoy the rest of the concert no more.
at all. I was gonna say you could leave her, but then at that point, she gonna have a good time with this dude. And yeah,
Exactly.
nah, we
I
both
mean,
leave.
you know what? It depends on how your pride set up. Because if you leave her there, you already know her kissing him twice in front of you should have already let you know she gonna have a good time regardless. So if you leave her there, she fine. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh
I,
yeah.
I don't know if I'll leave her there. I don't know what I'll do. You made up a good point though. I just thought about that. Would I leave her there? But you still having so much fun. Nah, you going with me. Let's go.
Yeah.
We gone. You just ruined the whole experience. We not getting front row tickets. I'm not
You
buying
ain't
no
getting
front
no
row
more
tickets.
tickets. You ain't getting no more tickets.
I'm not going. I'm not doing none of that. And then you know what I'm gonna do next time I know this petty. Man. Obviously, viewers gonna be like, Solomon, that's so petty. The next concert that I know she going to, so when she walk out the door, I'm like, oh, make sure you don't kiss him before she leave out the house. It depends on how she feeling that night. She might say
Super
something back
petty
crazy.
will be when she come in, make her rinse her mouth with some Listerine.
Right. Yeah, I
So you
want to hear
know
that.
what's
I want
coming.
I want that tonight. So make sure you rinse your mouth out, with Listerine and brush your
That
teeth and
part.
all that. Cause I don't know what you did. Last time we was at a concert together, you went up stage and kissed the man. So I wasn't there today. You and your girlfriends probably encouraged you to do all types of stuff. Would you twerk this time?
Mm.
But I know that's a little petty. But yeah, Chris Brown, he bogus. I mean, he ain't no, but because it's his show. This is what he do. Everybody know
Right.
that's part of of his set. The women go up there, and a lot of them are doing this now. A lot of the male performers are letting these women come up on stage and kiss them, grind on them, do all types of stuff. But yes, it's extremely disrespectful for you to kiss this man 2 times.
Mm.
While your husband they got the camera on the husband like he was mad.
Like, did he walk out? I know he didn't stay for that. Did he? What did he do? You got the video?
I tried to look for it. I cannot find it.
Yeah, that's
But yeah,
crazy.
he didn't leave. Maybe
I
he
would have
did.
went to the concession stand. I'm drinking the rest of the night. I'm gonna find somebody else. How about that?
Well, yeah, family, y'all talk to yourselves amongst yourselves about that. Is the lady, the wife, disrespectful for kissing Chris Brown at the Chris Brown concert with her husband in the audience looking on? And is it disrespectful for Tank to be talking about Tyrese turtleneck during the verses? I think that was pretty funny. All right, family. Some things to mention because I did not put them in the show notes today. And that is one thing of the Breonna Taylor case. This comes from Chicago that reported it, but this is a federal judge in Kentucky agreed Friday to toss the charges against 2 former Louisville police officers accused of providing false information on a search warrant that led to the fatal shooting of Breonna Taylor in her apartment in 2020. Israel, what do you think about this story? Because we talked about the whole Breonna Taylor case before on the podcast, and this is just an update. Basically, they saying that the police, even though it came in there with a false warrant and you fatally shot this woman, the judge letting them off the hook about the false information about the search warrant.
I think that's crazy. I would want to know why, because you got false information. Now he probably got paid off. I feel like the judge probably got paid off. Because why you doing this and you don't tell why? You just doing stuff. So now I feel like they doing some backhand crooked stuff. You got crooked judges getting paid off. And then the cops is like, dude, yeah, I think it's something funny going on. They getting paid. They probably got paid off.
I'm tired of all this bad news during Women's History Month. Yeah, this is crazy right now because my thought process is it's a lot louder. Not saying that it's not loud, but it's a lot louder when you killing unalive and innocent Black women she was in her house. It ain't like she was outside making trouble or anything like that. Like she wasn't in the mix. there is nothing to report on her lifestyle. She was at home and police were misinformed and they shot her anyway. This reminded me of which one was the lady who got shot, but they got that police officer in prison already.
Mhm.
The one who said he was scared of the water, thought that she was gonna throw the water on him.
Yeah, I seen that. That was messed up.
Is it Sandra Massey? I'm sorry. We with so many things that we reporting, but going back to these type of situations, the attack on a black woman is crazy. And that the judge didn't even think to say, you know what, guys, y'all shouldn't have been in that place in this first place. That was a horrible situation. It's just like the whole thing when we reported last week on Afro Man and how people are just busting into people's houses talking about we got reports that you are having basically, got people in here that you holding hostage and you got drugs and all this stuff. It is like, who's taking the responsibility to really correct the police
Right.
for all of their misjudgments that they've been having over the past 6 years?
Nobody. I think these people, they got somebody in their hand. That's
Mm,
what that is. That's what it sounds like. Because you got two black women that
mhm,
got killed in their own house by
mhm,
white policemen.
mhm,
We got a pattern here.
mhm, mhm. Yeah. Family. So I had to mention that off the top because I didn't have that in the show notes today, but that was something worth mentioning because it's like we gotta stop the unnecessary violence against the black woman. And this is why everything is so flipped nowadays. This is why there's so much more masculine energy in the black woman because they feel like they need to protect themselves. They feel like there's nobody protecting them, period. So this is a prime example. Her being unalived and nobody's there to say anything about it. That's an issue. And I
Right.
think if we put more light to, hey, this is what's going on, we need to step up and do something, then maybe we will. But until then, we talking about it, we're reporting it, we're telling you, putting it in your eyes so you guys can know that that's what's going on. But we got to make a change. All right, family. Speaking of change, Trump decided to finally fund the TSA.
Surprisingly.
Surprisingly. All right, family. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with Trump sometimes. Why would you wait this long? That's all I could think about.
He didn't care.
Yeah, he must not have, because what? All right, family. President Trump on Friday signed a promised executive action to pay TSA employees after a bid to end the shutdown of the Department of Homeland Security abruptly fell apart in Congress. So basically he's saying Congress did not um fund TSA like they were supposed to, so he had to do an executive order basically. Trump signed action with an eye toward easing long security lines at many of the nation's top airports. America's air travel system has reached its breaking point, Trump said in the memo authorizing the payments. He added, I have determined that these circumstances constitute an emergency situation compromising the nation's security. Trump said that his administration will use funds that have a reasonable and logical nexus to TSA operations for the payments. In statement Friday, Homeland Security Secretary Mark Wayne Mullen said TSA workers should begin seeing paychecks as early as Monday, which is today. Israel, what do you think about that whole situation? And and then they say also ICE is still going to stay at the airport while
I
this is
think
happening.
he had to do something so he wouldn't look bad. Because Tyler Perry was handing out money because
Mm-hmm.
he know the TSA people got families, they got needs.
Mm-hmm.
They need to get taken care of. And it's like, if you got a black man stepping in and the president is white, like, dude, he's showing you up. And then the crazy part is they want those who took it from Tyler Perry to give it back. Like, dude, I wouldn't
heard about
even
that.
told that I got it. I would have
I
just
heard
been like,
about
hey,
that.
I'll meet you in the bathroom or something. You can hand it to me there. I ain't
Pause.
gonna tell nobody. Or something.
Pause.
But like it's crazy like how other people gotta do the government's job. Like, can you
Mm-hmm.
blame them for not wanting to come to work if they not getting paid? Because this is a two-way street. I go to work, you pay me. If you not paying me, I'm not finna go to work. I'm finna find another job. Because what are you doing? Crazy.
Yeah,
It's
I believe that
gonna
is
be my
not.
part-time job at that point. Like,
Yeah, they said they'll have some people come in and who's doing full time or that quit and they were waiting for them to get paid. They are allowing them to have their jobs back. They are allowing them to like if they are, I guess, going. I don't know if they have part time positions, but they said that they're going to allow people who did quit or did say they were waiting for the government to pay them to come back to work in full capacity without any problems or repercussions
I'm
or
like,
anything
look,
like that.
I'm part-time. You got me 3 days in a row. And after that, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go find something else to do. Cause y'all playing.
What? Dang, well,
I'm
what
gonna
if
play
them
too.
benefits don't kick in though?
Would you rather have a job that's gonna pay you or a job that's not gonna pay you because they decide to take you to the moon instead, or they decide to put money in the moon, but they saying they can't pay the government workers?
They decided to put money in the moon.
It sound like they robbing Peter to pay Paul. So
I agree with
that's what
you.
it sounds like to me.
I agree with you. I would not want to, work at a place like that. But I mean, my trouble, not trouble, but my thing is ICE is still gonna be there though. You told us ICE is only coming because there's not TSA agents there. Now TSA agents are coming back. Why is ICE still at the airport?
I'm surprised people are still being ICE. Like, what are they getting paid? That's what I want to know. What are they getting
They get
paid, and how you getting paid to be a
Why you ain't
horrible
just look
person?
it up? Why you ain't just look up how much to be an ICE agent? I'll look it up right now. Or you can just go ahead. Look it up right
Look
now.
at yeah, let's see.
They'll tell you how much they getting paid. You can apply to be an ICE agent. That's what you want
They
to do,
just
Israel?
made
You
a
want
whole job. 50 and between 50 and over 100,000 annually. Ain't this a new job?
Yeah.
Depending on experience and location, average national of roughly 62,700 through 63,000 a year. Many agents start around 50,000 with salaries significantly boosted by overtime, locality pay, and potential $50,000 signing bonus. Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. If they want you in one of them rough areas, supposedly, if you buy one of those camps, if you buy the border, anything where like you actually like might have to use your weapon or get real buck wow, they gonna give you a $50,000 bonus.
Or $30.15 per hour.
Oh, $30 per hour. I don't know. Some people might want to sign up.
Yeah.
You sound disappointed. You found out it sound disappointed.
Like, I could do at least 12 hours a day. Put me on a 16-hour shift.
Oh, so Israel, you want to be a part of ICE? Oh snap!
Man,
Okay.
they paying and taking black men, but at $300. I'm sorry, $300 at $30.15 times 16 hours a day. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think that's right. We gonna redo that. 300. No, we're not getting 300. 30.15 times. Let's do 12 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Say $361 a day. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
30.15 times 16 hours, 482 hours a day.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. Wonder how many hours a day they doing. I'm doing overtime every day if I'm an ICE agent.
Bro, well, didn't you say you was going to the airport? Just ask them when you there. Be like, yo, how can I join ICE? How much y'all getting paid?
You got to get jumped in. You got to be taken through immigration and customs.
No, what was that movie? Don't Be a Menace. When dude was, they said they gonna jump him in, but he was in that jump doing double dutch. If he can't hang, you gotta get out the game. Get out the game. Oh snap! Okay, family, we have too much fun. Okay, let's go to the next. Let's go to the next topic, family. And speaking of being jumped into something, we might get drafted into something because
Crazy.
Israel, they then up the enlisted army has expanded the enlistment age to 42 years old.
Crazy work.
And they soften some of your marijuana usage. So if you be smoking, they tell you can't smoke. They said that's okay today. That's all right now. We gonna look past a little bit of that marijuana usage. All right, the army.
Tempo.
The army announced the new age limit changing from 35 to 42 years of age in a memo this week that also included removing a waiver requirement for recruits that have a single marijuana or drug paraphernalia conviction, according to reports. The new army age came from guess what? President Donald Trump claims that the United States is negotiating a 15-point peace plan with Iran, while reports of up to 3,000 U.S. Army paratroopers from the 82nd Airborne Division are prepared to deploy to the Middle East. The number of American troops injured in the Iran war has climbed over 213 American service members have died thus far as the war rages on its 26th day. While no draft has been called, the White House press representative Caroline Leavitt said that the president is not ruling out American troops on the ground in Iran or a military draft. President Trump wisely doesn't remove options off of the table, adding the president as commander-in-chief wants to continue to assess the success of this military operation. It's not part of the current plan right now, but the president again wisely wants to keep his options on the table. So, Israel, you ready for this draft, my boy?
Man, I was trying to think at one point with they actually start drafting people. Like, is it after they've lost so many soldiers or what? Because it's like, what makes them say they moved up the age limit and some of the offenses, but it's like, all right, so when do they be like, all right, we got to draft these people, this person, these people? Like, what makes you draftable? That's what I'm thinking, which is crazy. And then How often do the benefits kick? And we got to talk money. You trying to take me to for a war? Like what? How much you paying me? That's the real question. Like, well, I'm getting paid.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't think that payment really matter, my boy. They finna send you out there to get slaughtered.
It's crazy because I'm like, you just sending me away, and I don't even know about the pay. They gonna have to find me. Catch me if you can. Catch me if you can. I'm gonna be on the
Well,
run.
we know from Muhammad Ali is that once you say you don't want to go after you get drafted, you go to jail. So
How long you gotta be in there?
the sentence carries, let's see, maybe like, is it 2 years, maybe a year?
That's crazy.
I don't know. I'm talking, so let me find out.
Boy, be hiding in the airplane.
You can't hide in the airplane. They're gonna know you there. Yo, who in charge? Whoever be in charge. I don't want to say the wrong title. So, but whoever is in charge of that group, they gonna be like, you know, where you at? So yeah. Um, I mean, they're gonna use whoever is in the selective service, which is if you went to a public high school, they literally call all the boys to make sure you put your name in the selective service.
Can you opt out of selective service?
You already know. You already if you went to high school and you was 18, they called me to the office.
I don't remember.
Went to the government website. All I had to do was just put my name there.
That's crazy. I don't
That's
remember.
all.
I'm surprised they don't take them right out of high school. But like, all right, you gonna come and serve with us for at least 4 years. Crazy.
Oh, okay. So it says failing to register for the selective service or refusing to get into the draft is a felony. Conviction can result into imprisonment up to 5 years and or a fine up to $250,000.
What?
So they say you better go. They call
Like,
your name,
go.
you better go.
You better go, or you gonna owe us some money on us. You gonna owe us for not going. Crazy work.
5 years is nuts. Just because you don't want to go to war?
So I'm like, does that mean I have to stay 5 years if I do go to war?
That's another excellent question. You asking some questions of a person who has never been in the military. Why don't you ask somebody that's been in the military? I mean, you know people.
Yeah, I gotta ask some people.
Yeah, so family, that's the update of what's going on right now in the Iran war. Every week we got to update y'all of what's going on. We are at war. Like, it might not feel like it, but we are. They didn't hiked up the oil prices. I know a lot of people have switched to their electric vehicles now. They said, "Nah, we're not gonna keep paying all that." So yeah, I just, I am getting a little worried because it's like we know it's not, the war isn't something that we asked for. It's just something that's happening. And now we getting looped into it because there might be a draft. And I think it will be a draft because why switch the age now? Like, if they would have switched the age back in 2020, I would have been like, oh, okay. But the moment that we're at war right now and they switch day, it just makes me feel like they about to get ready to do a draft that we ain't had in years.
He's trying to do a draft and get everybody they can because they ain't having kids like they used to.
Yeah.
Apparently, maybe a lot of them already dead, or who knows? They got marijuana offenses, and who knows? They probably helping somebody out. Somebody that's family that want to be in the military got helped out. That's what happened. They got a favor put in. They probably been talking about it, and they got it done. So like, hey, now you can go get these benefits, giving somebody a second chance.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right. Well, someone who might get in trouble with the peoples is Nick Cannon. But before I get into the Nick Cannon situation, did you know that Chili from TLC, I don't know if you know this or not, Israel. I just heard this story today. Basically, she's about to go on tour and do the TLC thing and all that stuff with her and um Salt and Pepper and some other women groups, right?
Mm-hmm.
So apparently she got in trouble because she reposted a conspiracy theory about Michelle Obama being a man. Now, have you heard the
Wow.
now have you heard the conspiracy theory?
Not really. Just some people think that she was a man.
Yeah, basically. That's basically the whole sum of it. That she been a boy. That's why when Obama was in office, he's the one that pushed the gay agenda stuff because he was already with the trans. This is all conspiracy theory.
That's crazy. Why do
All
people
right.
get so worried about other people's private parts? Like what?
I don't know. Well, I think it's because when it comes to Obama and Michelle itself, it's you're supposed to be the black family image, and you're supposed to be the first black family in the White House and all of this stuff. So you fooled us for 8 years thinking that it was a traditional situation when secretly it was something else.
Mm.
So I think maybe this is why it's such a big thing. But so supposedly she explained that she accidentally reposted. She's not as computer savvy as everybody else. She is an older woman, and she wasn't sure about the reposting. She made sure she took it down. But then this is what confused me was people found out that she supposedly supported Trump by donating something less than $900 to human trafficking something like organization to make sure that they help the children, help find the children and stuff like that, right?
That's
First of
wild.
all, how did they even find out that she donated that? She said she's
Right.
not a Trump supporter and all this other stuff, but I felt in my mind, why do it matter? Why is she getting crucified if she was a Trump supporter? Because at the end of the day, Elon Musk gave Trump himself $250 million.
Right. He a Trump supporter.
He's a Trump supporter, but Chile can't make sure that we don't have that much human trafficking going on, and y'all down her throat. That's so weird, bro. I heard that story and I just thought about like that's the most weirdest thing I could think. Why do y'all care?
Right.
How do y'all even find out that she donated to a site? Like who was going down and be like, aha, Chili's her name is right here. Like, who was doing that, bro? That's weird as hell.
Yeah, it's very weird.
But I brought that story up just to say, like, Israel, what do you think about people being all up in other people's political stances? Why does This is why they have these ballots, and this is why in secrecy people don't tell you who they vote for. Once somebody finds out you're a supporter of somebody that you're not a supporter of, why are we attacking that person?
Because they're going against the norm, going against society, going against. It's like everybody think about the same stuff until they get to politics and stuff. Because then that's really like until it gets to like rules and order. People have different rules and order. House rules, different house rules, and different, scenarios that they feel like people should act in. And that's where you really see people's mindset.
Yeah, because some people now saying that they might not see TLC go on tour because of them thinking that she a Trump supporter, even though she cleared it up, said that she didn't know what she was reposting. She didn't know how to do that because she's not that computer savvy. She was scrolling. She might have accidentally pressed the repost button and stuff like that.
Right.
But it's like, why does she even got to come out and explain that to y'all? Shut up. Like, that don't matter.
Like, I wouldn't do too much explaining if I was a celebrity. And just be one word answers, that's it. And be like, accident, y'all, or accident. Something. And that's it. I ain't gonna waste my time, my energy. Like, dude, y'all act like y'all don't never butt down people. Like I butt down my dad last night. I'm like, oh snap. Let me hang up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You funny, Tom, so let me hang up.
Yeah, I heard something like, what? The phone ringing? Oh snap, I'm calling. Let me hang up.
Like, that's crazy to me, man. I have an issue with this. I brought this story up because I just have an issue with people. So what, bro? Politics is politics. The stuff is not. Y'all really be thinking this stuff real. The whole world is a stage, bro. We all are actors, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we avatar. Well, I'm gonna say they actors. We avatars. Like, we connected to the source. This is why you get the Pharaohs Podcast on Mondays and stuff like that, because we gotta put the truth out here, because y'all got a lot of goofy stuff out here at the same time. And if we ain't trying to add to the truth, y'all gonna be so lost in all of the goofiness.
Mm-hmm.
That's just where I'm at with that. But adding to some more of the drama of politics is Nick Cannon. And let's see what he had to say, because he said that the Democrats are the party of the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan.
Part of the Republican Party.
That's right. Former Democrat, former liberal. Yeah. I was a liberal Democrat my whole life.
Is that because the bag has got so intense and so heavy that you had a whole nother, you up there with the elite now? Or?
Not even close. Not even close. Democrats don't care about black people. Okay, and they don't care about people. They don't care about people of color. And the Republicans do, and that's the misconception.
And you know what? I agree with you 100%. People don't know that the Democrats are the party of the KKK.
Yep.
People don't know that the Republicans are the party that freed the slaves.
Yep.
I mean, both of you and I have some conservative views. You just a little bit more outspoken about it than I am. And I don't subscribe to either party. I rock with W.E.B. Du Bois when he said there's no such thing as two parties. It's just one evil party with two different names.
Woo! I like that.
That sound like a Joker, Deuce, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde personality or something.
Yeah. Let's get into this. Let's get into this. All right, what you think about this whole situation, Israel? My thoughts are, first of all, let's simplify the conversation for our listeners. Was Nick Cannon correct? Yes or no? Yes, he was. He actually was. If you do your research on history of politics, roles were switched in reverse. Okay. When he said that the Republicans freed the slaves, was he correct? Yes or no? Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. So technically, yes, he's correct. The Republicans did free the slaves if it was Abraham Lincoln's doing. He's talking about the 1800 history of politics, the early 1900 history of politics. Is it that way today? I'm going to say no. Democrats are now mostly the black family, the black women, and everybody like that. Democrat is in your political stance. You view a lot of the soft stuff that's going on, that has been going on. So for the past couple years with Biden and Kamala and all those people, stuff just been going. It ain't been doing nothing, just been going. I always keeps talking and having a theory about Trump and how he has united more black people than anybody I've seen, because everybody hates him. Everybody can agree that they don't like Trump.
That's the crazy part.
That's the crazy part. So when it comes to this whole conversation with Nick Cannon, with Amber Rose, and a lot of people don't want to listen to neither one of them. They don't.
That was Amber Rose?
Yes.
I don't know who that was.
Amber Rose is the one that used to date Kanye.
Yeah, I just ain't know that was her in the car with him.
Yeah, that was him. That was her in the car. He was doing his pod or his show, and that he was doing an interview of her. Yep, that's her, because she got the short haircut. Yep. Wiz Khalifa, baby mama. Anyway, what's your thoughts on this whole situation, Israel, and him quoting W.E.B. Du Bois talking about some, hey, they really the same person if you really want to break it down.
I think it's definitely an unpopular opinion that people don't look too deep in, because they feel like they've been at this point, people have been brainwashed and just take stuff at face value, and they don't do their due diligence to do the homework to see which is what. They just going off of the majority. Oh, black people is this, and the other people is that, versus voting. I really vote based off who doing what supposedly I want them to do. So if it's a Republican, it'll be a Republican. It's just a Democrat. Whoever got the best deal at this point, because he's the same person, he's just picking the lesser of the two evils. But, the electoral party going to pick whoever they want to at the end of the day.
Facts. The Electoral College definitely elects the president. That's 1,000% correct.
Yep. It's all rigged. Like you said, the world is a stage play. So they're going to vote who they want in there.
Well, I don't think they vote anyway. I just think they elected. They like, all right, which one is next on the list that's in the so-called presidential bloodline? Okay, all right, Trump, you next. All right, come on, bro. That's how I be thinking it's going down. But family, do some research into the whole Nick Cannon mic drop, because it got us talking. And I want people to, and there was some people on the Breakfast Club, the lady that was reporting it from the Breakfast Club, trying to teach us and clear it up, and she still was wrong. But she was right about saying back then that's what it was. Fast forward, it did change. There's a saying of how they changed. It was something like a switch. I have to look up what that actual title was to let y'all know, family, that the switch happened. And so, yes, they are basically the same. Don't get it twisted. But they do want to put black people in a certain category most times. Even though you have the freedom to choose whichever house. I just think it's the same house. They're just in different rooms. That's what I think. And last week when we was talking about the country of Israel, locking people up for talking about Jesus, bro, I tweaked when you was like when you was talking about Islam and Muslim and stuff. No, that ain't what Israel is, dude. Remember, that's Judaism. That's Christianity, really, but it's Judaism in a way. But yeah, I had thought about it after the show when I was listening to us. Okay, family. It is still Women's History Month. This is the last Monday of Women's History Month, so I want to highlight someone because this is important. And the woman that I'm going to highlight is Henrietta Lacks. All right. Henrietta Lacks was born in Virginia. She was an African-American woman whose cancer cells are the source of the HeLa cell line, the first immortalized human cell line, and one of the most important cell lines in medical research. So basically, they took her cells, Black woman, mind you. They said she was 4'11". Ooh, she was small.
He was a dwarf.
She was little.
They got a picture of her?
They do. You know what? I should have brought it up on the screen. But she was going to treatment for cervical cancer at Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore, Maryland in 1951. These cells were then cultured by George Otto Gay, who created the cell line, which is used for medical research, as was then the practice. No contest or no consent was required to capture the cells. So basically, they got her cells without her permission.
Yeah.
The family didn't know, even though some of the information of the origins of the immortalized cell lines was known to researchers. After 1970, the Lacks family themselves was not made aware of the line's existence until 1975.
I wonder who made them aware.
With the knowledge of the cell's genetic provenance becoming public, its use for medical research for commercial purposes continues to raise concerns about privacy and patients' rights. So that is the woman I'm going to talk about today, because Henrietta Lacks, that's a good history lesson right there. It just reminds me of how we keep talking about the Black woman as the mother of all civilization. The mitochondrial DNA that is found in the woman's stem cells, or how there is sperm that is still found in a woman's the bone. Trying to find a name for it. The bone marrow. There we go. Whew. All of these things is still active in a woman's DNA today. Like they said that a woman is born with all of the eggs. So how many children that she's going to have, she's already born with that. It's already predestined of how many children she can actually have. Like I say, going back to how only Black women can make as many different shades of human beings. Everybody else that's born white is white. Everybody else that's born Asian is Asian. Black people are able to do dark skin, light skin, brown skin, albino. All of these things come from a Black woman. And so I wanted to talk about that for Women's History Month. You got anything you want to say, Israel?
They hate us, yet they want to be like us so much. Want to take our stuff, don't give us credit. It's crazy.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yep.
It's crazy.
It's insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. All right. You know Jay-Z going on tour for 2 days in July? He's going to be performing.
His birthday?
Is it for his birthday? I don't think so. I don't know what he is.
I don't know.
He going to perform at Yankee Stadium. And they already sold out the tickets.
That's what's up.
That's crazy. You know how many seats that is?
All of them.
Funny. He's too funny. All right, family. I did have to ask the Pharaohs question, but we're gonna probably skip that this week, and we're gonna go straight to thoughts from the Pharaoh. And how thoughts from the Pharaoh go? Well, first of all, it's our newest segment of this season, and how it goes is Israel and I will go back and forth, basically giving you all our thoughts. It could be a rant, it could be a Bible scripture, it could be even some encouragement. And this week it is my turn, family. So I'm going to take it away. And my thought for this week, family, I made a status on Facebook and I said, I won't be a doormat to have people around me. Okay. Manipulation is a tool that many people use. Why would I allow you to use and treat me any kind of way so I can say I have a friend, sister, brother, cousin, etc.? People would tarnish your name and reputation just because you won't be their puppet, dummy, sex toy, goofy, whatever. Fight for your respect. You have choice. And if people get mad because they can't manipulate and use you, they're not good for you, period. Okay, so family. You don't have to play the game of manipulation. If you have to fear being with somebody or doing something to please somebody, they're not for you. You should want to be always happy with the person. You should always be happy to. Now, it's not going to be, of course, rainbows every day. There are some dark days in life, but for you to have to be afraid that they'll do something that you don't like, then they're not the person for you. Don't let manipulation come over your life. Don't let people manipulate you. Do something and be something out of the choice because you want it to happen. Always think more than yourself. Think about the collective. Think about everybody. Don't always be as selfish when it comes to certain things. So don't be manipulated, because manipulation is being misguided and being misused. And you're doing it not out of self. You're doing it for someone else that might be trying to harm you or do something negative to you. So don't do it because you want a family and friends. Sometimes your journey of being by yourself is a journey. It's supposed to be by yourself. You might get some things done even better by yourself. Okay? So don't get manipulated into having friends. Don't get manipulated into having family. Don't be manipulated into doing something you don't want to do just for somebody else. And that is my thought this week, family.
That's a good thought. That's a good thought. Take heed to the thoughts of the Pharaoh.
For sure, for sure. All right, family, we have did everything we needed to do today, I think. You got anything else, Israel, to say? Any announcements, anything?
Shout out to the ladies. Keep doing what you're doing. Stay strong. Let not your heart be troubled. I think we got some anniversaries coming up. My church anniversary is the second week in April, I believe.
Okay.
I don't even know what color we're wearing. It's gonna be at Faith Temple. I think 3 p.m. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I mean, you gonna be in town for that?
Yeah, I'm trying to be.
Okay.
Try to be there that weekend.
Yeah, some other stuff going on. It's a ball going on the 18th of April.
Yeah, I'm trying to be up there too. All my weekends in April is pretty. They pretty packed. Like this weekend, going out of town.
Oh, so you got stuff to do.
Yeah,
Oh.
this weekend breakout for the motorcycle club. Next weekend, church event, the church anniversary. Weekend after that, it's the ball. Hopefully, ain't nothing after that. But I don't know, because at this point, yeah, that's 3 weekends in a row. It's crazy. I'm like, everybody want. I don't know.
Well, family, that'll do it for us. Thank you for watching Pharaohs Podcast, episode 80. We got 20 more before we had 100.
For the season?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you once we get off. Yeah, 100 for this. Yeah.
Jeez.
You can find me,
gotta find
family,
Yeah.
on Facebook at Solomon Walker. You can find me on Instagram at CJWalker103. And if you want to get your book published, you just want to email me something, cwalker1582@gmail.com. Israel, where can people find you?
Man, y'all can find me at John ATO somewhere. You can find me at the Pharaohs Podcast. You can find me on my website, JonathanJohnson621.com. Email me at johnjohnatl621@gmail.com. I'll be outside.
So I'll be outside. And family, if you can't join us on Mondays, guess what? This episode right here is gonna be on Spotify Tuesday. Shout out to the new subscribers. For real. We trying to get, we almost at 300. Okay. We trying to get there. We trying to get there, and people are coming and subscribing to the channel. And they're also messing with us on Spotify just to hear us. So if you can't watch us live, you can definitely listen to us, the audio version, on Spotify every Tuesday. All right, family. And like I said, join like Empress Makita and I every Monday around 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with Mondays with Makita on TikTok, not YouTube, on TikTok. TikTok at her tip pop whatever at her page at Sugar Bolly. That is SUGABOLLY. All right, family, let's do it for us. Peace.